It is a new hour here on Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. It was being reported by TMZ and now Fox News. We are learning that Jay-Z is accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. That is new in the Diddy lawsuit, and the new allegations are just coming out this evening. Jay-Z is being accused of raping a minor along with Diddy at a MTV VMAs after party back in 2000, according to documents obtained by Fox News Digital tonight. The lawsuit, which was initially filed back in October, was refiled tonight in New York by an anonymous accuser claiming Jay-Z, whose full name is Sean Carter, raped her while Combs and Celebrity B watched.
Whoa, here we go.
Oh yeah, Diddy got a podcast.
Okay, y'all. Whoa. Okay, I literally just dropped a video, back-to-back videos tonight. I don't know how this slipped. I didn't see this. I'm really at a loss for words. This is crazy. So Jay-Z has officially been named in a lawsuit. For months, some of these attorneys and these representatives have been saying that there are other big names that are associated to some of these lawsuits, but they're being very strategic and being very careful with who they're naming, when they're going to name them, because they don't want to mess up the case. And Jay-Z has officially been named. I'll go to the article. It says here, Jay-Z accused in a civil lawsuit of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. I'm going to tell you why this is a big deal, because they're not just saying that he's not just being accused of doing something to a child, but he's been accused of doing something to a child with another person present, which adds credibility in some people's mind. In my mind, it makes it a little bit more believable when you're adding another person in the room or to the situation, and of all people, it's Sean Diddy Combs. It says here, Jay-Z, the star rapper and entrepreneur whose real name is Sean Carter, was accused in a lawsuit Sunday of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000, allegedly with Sean, quote-unquote, Diddy Combs. The anonymous accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, said the assault happened after she was driven to an MTV Video Music Awards after party. The federal lawsuit was originally filed in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Combs as a defendant. It was refiled Sunday to include Carter. Texas-based attorney Tony Busby, who filed the suit, did not comment. Carter called the allegations, quote-unquote, idiotic. So apparently Jay-Z has already responded and said he called the allegations idiotic in a lengthy statement Sunday evening, and alleged that Busby was engaged in unprofessional behavior. Quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?" Carter said in a statement to NBC News. Quote, these alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case, end quote. Look, I'm going to say I agree with Jay-Z. Listen, I agree with the fact, and okay, let's back up. I agree, and I like the fact that he's saying something and he's almost, quote unquote, standing up for himself, and he's daring them to press criminal charges if these things are to be true. That makes him look a little bit more innocent and a little bit more credible to what it is that he's saying and defending himself. And let me just say, he is innocent until proven guilty. Let's read what else is said, and this is where I'm going to disagree with their perspective. A spokesman for the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York declined to comment on whether the office is pursuing the case when shown NBC's news report on the lawsuit. Busby has filed several lawsuits in recent months. All have withheld their complainants' names, accusing Combs of assault and rape. This is the first suit in which he has named another high-profile defendant. In a statement, legal representative for Combs called the suits shameless publicity stunts designed to extract payments from celebrities who fear having lies spread about them, just as lies have been spread about Mr. Combs. As his legal team has said before, Mr. Combs has full confidence in the facts and the integrity of the judicial process. In court, the truth will prevail that Mr. Combs never assaulted or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor, the statement read. This is what I will say. Since all of this has happened with Diddy, Jay-Z has been silent. Everybody's noticed it, bro. He said nothing. You people are supposed to be about black power and Black Lives Matter and this, that, and the third, and support your brothers and your sisters and support and protect black women at all costs. Last time I checked, whether you consider or whether Cassie is a black woman or not, she's a woman. And it is proven on camera that he was beating the living crap out of this woman. He did that on camera, knowing he was on camera in a public place. Imagine what he was doing in private to that woman. Jay-Z ain't said squat about it. Who's come out and said something about it? Too many people are quiet, and Jay-Z is one of the names. Notice we haven't heard him or seen him say much of anything regarding all these allegations and these things because he was so close to Diddy. Everybody knows that he was close to this dude, but he's quiet. The only bit of anything we've heard from Jay-Z was when they sent that cease and desist to Piers Morgan when he had Jaguar Wright on and she was making all those allegations and those claims about him. That's the only thing. Bro, you don't seem credible. That's my only point. I will say if you're a real victim, it does look better if it's a criminal lawsuit or if you're pressing criminal charges. But I don't think it means that the victim is lying because he or she is choosing to get money out of the case or file a civil suit, right? My understanding, I could maybe be misled here, but my understanding is that behind the scenes for at least the past couple of months, they've been trying to reach a settlement, I think since October, with Jay-Z and his attorneys. They've been trying to reach a settlement to keep this quiet so that it doesn't go public. But when they couldn't reach a settlement, now they've officially decided to come public with the civil lawsuit. Now, this is what I will say. The man is innocent until proven guilty. Do I think it's true? I do. I believe it. I believe it. Yes, I got to see some evidence, all those sorts of things. I got to see more proof. But just thinking about how these celebrities get down, I'm telling y'all, like I was telling you, they weren't Diddy, as Ali Carter said, they're not Diddy freak-offs. They're not freak-offs. They're satanic rituals.
All the adults are covering their asses. All the adults are, I left at a certain time, yet you knew children were there. You knew these parties were not okay. They weren't freak-offs. They were satanic ritual orgies.
These people are engaged. I believe, allegedly, that all of these celebrities are the Lemites. They follow a guy by the name of Aleister Crowley, who was once deemed as the most wicked man in the world, right? He's a Satanist or whatever you want to call it. He started his own religion. Do what thou wilt, which essentially means do as you please, do whatever you want. There's no consequences. There's no God. You are your own God. You create your own rules, right? We all are the gods on this earth. Like, that's the guy that all these celebrities follow, including Jay-Z. Check out this shirt that he's wearing right here. It says do what thou wilt. That is quite literally the whole of the law, which is what Aleister Crowley created and a lot of people followed. Jay-Z being one of them. Him being close to this woman here. She's quite literally, she's like a spirit cooker or something like that. I believe all these folks, like we all know Jay-Z, that throw up the hand symbols and to be involved in a lot of creepy stuff. He's been alleged to been with Rihanna, Foxy Brown, even Beyonce. It's rumors out there where he was with her super young Aaliyah. It's a lot of, but again, rumors are just that. They're rumors. But speaking of a rumor that I deem to be credible, the most popular video on this channel, and if you haven't seen it, you should go check it out, is when I had Jonathan Haidt. Ironic enough, I was supposed to interview Jonathan Haidt for a second part of his interview. I was going to interview him again today, but it ended up not working out today. But ironic enough, he came on just a few months ago. If you all remember, just 2-3 months ago, he came onto the channel and talked about all the things that he experienced when he was in the industry. What did he say? He talked about SUED in the morning. He talked about DJ Khaled. He talked about Jay-Z. He talked about he's Rihanna's. He's a former publicist for Rihanna and a lot of other people, including Boosie. He's worked with all these folks. And one of the things that he said about Jay-Z was that he likes to see his wife have intercourse with other men, not other women, with other men. He gets off like that. Jonathan Hayes said that for himself, and he said that's not alleged. These are not my words. These are Jonathan Hayes' words. Jonathan Hayes also said that Jay-Z is indeed a bisexual man. He said that's not alleged. He said that's not, defaming his character. He just calling it for what it is and what he's experienced and what he's seen.
She was on that. So I worked with her. I was dealing with Jay-Z constantly because I was a Mills publicist. Right. And then when I was a Mills publicist, and then I would be hired, by Def Jam, to do PR. And so I always dealt with Jay-Z. Jay-Z's very hands-on with everything that he's doing. People know that, like in the industry, that he was at that time, bisexual, So, I mean, you would see him.
People in the industry know this. First, two-part question. How do you know? And I guess three-part, do you have proof? 3, when you say people in the industry, who are we talking about, generally speaking?
So, since I was working with the Mill and people in Def Jam to release her project, those type of people, like Tata and Jay-Z staff at the time, everybody would talk about, just shocked that Jay-Z was also bisexual.
He said any man, in his opinion, who gets off or enjoys seeing his wife be with other men and not other women, he said he thinks there's an element of that homosexual desires in any man who prefers to see things like that. To each his own. I'm not into things like that. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But again, I think that's another element of ritualistic behavior, right? Something else that Jonathan Hay was saying was that I believe he said that Jay-Z, it was a known fact that Jay-Z was into transgenders, right? A lot. And apparently Foxy Brown said this about him. Again, before I get too carried away, this is crazy. This is crazy because the year hasn't even wrapped up. Another big name has now been dropped. He's already responded to it, which tells us that he already knew it was coming. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. Yes, he hasn't been charged. Yes, he's not in jail. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens from here. Y'all up in the comment section. Y'all give me y'all thoughts. I just wanted to hop on this and bring the story to you, give you my thoughts. Hop in the comment section. Give me your thoughts. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Demetrius. I go by Diddy. That's all for this one. Until next time. Peace.
Oh, yeah. Diddy got a podcast.